Hey, I'm Jason, and welcome to the first of 4 One Minute Manager refresher videos. Now, a very wise man once said that success is actually really easy. There's just 2 steps. The first step is to work out what you want. And the second step is to be willing to pay the price to get it. 2 steps. But, he says, often people never get to step 1. They never work out what they want. And that, my friends, is what I believe goal setting is all about. It's about working out what we want and also working out what needs to be done. See, the process of goal setting is about envisaging something that hasn't happened yet that needs to happen. Van Gogh once said that he created everything twice, once in his head and then once on canvas. And we do the same sort of thing. When we imagine what we want to achieve in our personal lives, very often if we get really hooked on the idea, we then translate it into reality. Business is exactly the same. Business is driven on goals because business needs to grow, and we need to grow as well. So one of your first challenges, one of the most important things that you need to master, and really it's an ongoing process, is goal setting. Now, there was a famous study out of Harvard University some years back. It was a longitudinal study. In other words, it ran over a long period of time, and it tracked people who set goals while studying. Now, it turned out that only 3% of the students at Harvard University at the time wrote down written goals for their life, to what they were going to achieve and how they were what they wanted to do after college, etc. So only 3%. The other 97% either had goals but didn't write them down, or basically didn't bother thinking about that stuff at all. Now, as they tracked them right through, coming out into the workforce and moving up into their careers, they found that the 3% who had set goals and written goals down actually were earning as much, if not more, than the whole 97% of their colleagues put together. I mean, that's an amazing statistic. And it's often lauded as one of the powers of setting goals. Once you start to write down things, once you start to commit yourself to actions that maybe you don't even think are possible, but that will stretch you, very often, because you've actually imagined it, you start to be able to achieve it. So there's a power to goals. Now, it's not just about getting work done, it's about moving forward in your life. Now, the second step to a goal, I mean, it's great to have goals. We could write goals down if we want, but we really have to throw some energy behind them, yeah? We have to actually do something to progress them. I mean, everyone has ideas, but not all those ideas are translated to reality. That takes energy and investment. It's like flying to the moon. The moon might be the goal. We want to get to the moon, but we need a vehicle, and we need to fuel that vehicle. We need a rocket, and we need fuel for that rocket, and that will take us there. So what's the fuel for your rocket? You know, if you've set a goal for your business or for your management team or for your staff, what's the fuel? Well, the fuel needs to be what I call the why factor. I mean, why? Why is this important to you? And you really need to think about this, because goals, if they're not really important to you, you don't achieve them. If you wanted to lose weight, but you weren't really that fussed, you didn't really care how you looked anyway, then it might just be a nice idea, you don't put anything to it. If you wanted to, you're getting married and you want to look at a fantastic shape, I can guarantee you that fuel will help you drive and get your goal. So what about the goals that you set for your workplace? What's the fuel? Well, think about it like this. Do you want to be doing what you're currently doing forever? Because a lot of managers just, kind of do the little running wheel, in the little mouse cages. They just spin the wheels and don't really move ahead. The only way to move ahead, to build capacity, to build confidence, and really advance yourself, is to set goals and achieve things that you haven't achieved before, and to grow. All right. So one of the why factors could be career advancement, moving forward and just creating new opportunities for yourself. You could even be getting a general manager's job or moving up the chain and getting more money to buy a house. What is the why factor? Do you want to be doing what you've been doing, for the next 10 years? Or do you want to be doing something that sort of takes you to another level that you didn't even think was possible? If that's the case, that's your fuel, and that's what's going to get you to your target. So, remember, 2 steps to success. Firstly, work out what you want. Work out what you're going to do. Imagine it. Secondly, pay the price to get it. Do it. Get out there and make it happen. Stretch yourself and grow, because that will take you to your destination. Simple stuff, hey? But good food for thought. Good luck with the goals. Looking forward to getting some wins on the board, and I'll follow up next week with another refresher video. See you later.